welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. This might be the first month I finish a TBR. I'm so close to finishing it. I just have a couple of books here, a few books, 5 books. It's Friday after work and I want to work my way through this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish all of them, but I have my sights set on finishing at least 4 of them. So that is the plan. And I got myself a little something to read in. Let me show it to you. Da, 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 da. Oh wait, you can't see it. Da, 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 da. It's a little chair. Let me put it together. I'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna sit in it. You'll get my real reaction. Hopefully this isn't break underneath me. Okay, wait, I could actually sleep in this. I am so in love right now. Okay, I'm going to finish There Are No Saints. I have 30 pages left. I'm probably not going to talk about it in this video because I just have a lot of thoughts going on in my head and it's almost going to be ranty. Let me finish it real quick. No. Okay, I just finished this. I really didn't like a part of this that I just read, and I'll probably rant about it in my wrap up. I feel like this just put me in a bad mood. So that being said, I'm trying to think of what I should read next. I was gonna go with Magnolia Parks: The Long Way Home, except for these characters are probably going to annoy me, and now that I'm already annoyed, I don't know if that's the right move. But you know what? It's gonna be more wholesome than that book, so I think that's what I need. A little bit of, I don't know, actual human emotion. That might be nice. I literally haven't even finished the page and I feel like this actually just cured me. Guys, I just spilled my coffee everywhere. You know what I think it is? I need people to be simps for each other. That's the end all be all. You can be an asshole, you can be toxic, but you better be a simp.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into.
I'm crying over something happening in this book, and my husband's playing Call of Duty in the background, calling someone a bitch. So I finally had some sort of emotional oh my god moment in this book, and I don't know if it's just because I was just reading that book that was just so not wholesome, and then this just got me, or maybe because of personal things in my life, but but then I got to page 130 and I wrote this. Oh, you probably can't read that. It says, oh, okay, now I remember why they're annoying, because they can't just be happy, and it's I just realized I probably didn't even introduce this book. This is the 3rd book in the Magnolia Parks series, and it follows Magnolia and BJ. They were childhood lovers. That sounded gross, but teenage lovers. They have a very complicated history and they've been back and forth on and off for the past few years. They are very toxic, which is purposeful, but it is frustrating. The first book I gave 2 stars just because it was so frustrating, but the thing is I could not put it down. And I am a sucker for a series, especially when we follow different friends in the group in other books. So the second one is Daisy Hates, which I read last month. I gave it a 3.75 and I had so much fun with this because it's kind of mafia, but it has the same level of toxicity, drama, and back and forth. And so I think it is easier going into this book, having loved this book. I have another level of appreciation for this group of characters. So I love that for me. I love that growth. And I really do like Jessa Hastings' writing. She makes me read nonstop so quickly without realizing it. It's very poetic kind of writing. It's interesting. I know some people have a hard time getting into it, but I feel like it's almost like how you think. It's very internalized. I don't know how to explain it, but I really enjoy it. What I'm not gonna enjoy is these two ripping each other to shreds for the next 400 pages. Guys, I said all that nice stuff about this book, but now I just don't like Magnolia, okay? I thought for a second there, I really felt so close to her and I felt so much for her and I was really giving her the benefit of the doubt. But then she just starts acting like a middle school mean girl. And now they're going back and forth again and all their friends are just discussing it endlessly. And it's the fact that they're like 25 years old. If it weren't for the fact that I like this writing and every now and then I have to underline a quote, and then I do like the other characters, there's like another love triangle in their friend group and I really want them to have a book, but oh my gosh, I'm not gonna power through this tonight because I think I'll throw something. I can't wait to get to the 4th book. We got a little hint of Daisy, just a side comment. I cannot wait to be back in her point of view. I'm tired of Magnolia. I don't like her. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing about this book and I'll let you know when I finish. To the movies and we saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie and it was pretty good. I was so close to finishing this book though before we left, and based on some vlogs I've seen other people do, I know that there's like something that happens at the end because things are too good right now. I know that something's about to happen, so I need to read it before I go to bed. I finished the book. I was not expecting that ending. I really hope there's more explanation in the future book or books. That being said though, the majority, it's so funny that I started yesterday like crying with happiness at this book and like with empathy, and the majority of today and the majority of the book, I was so fucking annoyed with these two, just like the first one. Ugh, they are insufferable. I cannot. And you know what's funny is that a lot of the other characters feel the same way. And so it's like, I can get through it because I know it's annoying to everyone else, including me. It's not annoying to the other people who read this book. I don't know what that's about. The second half of the book though was much better because of certain characters. If you've read the book, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And I can't wait to get to the next Daisy book. It's interesting because I think it's going to be covering the same timeline as this book. And so I feel like I was kind of spoiled for things that I would have rather read in the next book. So I wonder why she does that. But anyway, I'm so ready to take a break from Magnolia. However, I'm glad I finished this, and I'm glad I finished it in one day because these two frustrate me so much that if I put the book down, I'm not gonna pick it up again. All right, it's Sunday. It's the last day of the weekend, and I've only finished one book. I don't know why I thought I would finish this so quickly. It's like over 500 pages. I want to do nothing but read today. I think I'll start off with this Samantha Schweblin book. It's called 7 Empty Houses, and they're sort of short stories. I don't know if they're connected or not. It's very vague about what it's about, but apparently there are twists and turns and surprise. I'm really hoping I love this. At one point, I predicted this would be 5 stars for me, so this could be very, very good. Okay, I finished the first story and I don't totally get it, and I feel like that's the kind of short story I like. But at the same time, I wish I was smart enough to understand it a little bit more. It was about like this mother and daughter. They go around and the mother takes things from other people's houses, but not like normal things. And she doesn't do it just to steal. I just don't know what's going on. So that's the vibe of the book. Too smart for me. All right, I just finished this. I don't know what to think. Overall, this was so depressing. And I feel like I really do like that when I read a short story collection, or at least I used to. I feel like the older I get, the more I want happy stuff. This was pretty interesting though because it was sad, but there was also this sort of menacing feeling in these stories, and nothing actually menacing happened, but it was like this weird creeping, unsettling feeling, which I thought was really cool and like really well written, but it also almost put me to sleep. So I don't know what to think. The last 3 books on my TBR, I have a very short retelling of Alice in Wonderland, Big Swiss, which is supposed to be kind of weird and funny, but like witty. However, I've been seeing some bad reviews about this, so I'm kind of putting it off. And then I have the 3rd book in the Maze series. This is Mafia Romance, but I don't know if I'm ready for another dark romance that has like problematic things in it. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I feel like this is the time in my TBR when I'm just ready to go on to other books, but I need to see it through. So because this sort of was putting me to sleep and making me sad, I think I'm gonna go for the cheap thrill of the Mafia Romance. Let's see if I can finish it today. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue?
I'm almost halfway through this, and let me tell you what it's about. It's about this girl, Mila, who lives in Miami, and she's 20 years old. Her father hasn't been home in months, and she's kind of like scared for him, but she has a really sheltered life. She has like a bodyguard who won't let her go anywhere, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she runs away to Moscow. This part makes no sense. She sees an address in her father's office, and she's like, let me just go there. Like, I don't even understand what she's looking for. That's the part that doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to just like blow through that. She ends up meeting this guy who seems to save her from the situation, and then he sort of pays for her hotel. It's all very not logical, like how she puts up with this and like what she's even doing in Moscow. I think it really could have used more, but again, that's not the point of the book. So he's kind of like whining and dining her, and she has a little crush on him because she's inexperienced and he's very flattering. But then almost a week goes by and she sees him doing like mafia shit, and then he drugs her, holds her captive, and it turns out he hates her father for something. He's been like setting all this up so that he could take her and hold her as a prisoner. But of course, this being a romance, he's sort of become infatuated with her during this courting process. And I feel like that is kind of interesting because the sort of mafia romance where they've been kidnapped, it's all been like straight abduction. But it's interesting how this one started off as she thought she was in some Mary-Kate and Ashley movie, just having this exotic vacation with this exotic man, and then it turns very dark. The thing is though, I just don't know how much I'm in the mood to read dark romances anymore, which is crazy because last month I was just blowing through them. And maybe it's because I wasn't vlogging and I feel judged for like even reading this book now. I don't know why. I guess I do know why. It's kind of fucked up, okay? It is. If I wasn't trying to really get through my TBR, I'd probably set this aside until I was in a mood to read it and maybe not be vlogging it. I don't know why that's like making this harder to do. I can't even look at you. Hi, I did not finish this book last night. I still have 120 pages left, so I'm extending this weekend vlog. It's Monday after work. Let's finish this. Oh my God, this book would not end. Every time I was starting to kind of come around, it just, oh my God. The end, and that's the thing, I feel like there are things in here I really liked, but this could have been edited down, my God. And I guess it was just that the plot was nowhere to be found. Obviously she was kidnapped and held captive, but then she was there and then it was like, well, now what? And it just felt like it was directionless. And see, the thing is, this second one in the series was kind of like that. Like it was just a back and forth, stupid drama. They couldn't be together for no reason. They kept getting in stupid fights, but I still really liked it. I really liked the characters in the second one. This one, I don't know, I wasn't really connected to it. So that being said, this vlog is filled with 3 books that I don't know how to rate. This one I cried to because I felt so close to it, but also I wanted to throw it out the window. This one was super depressing. It was written very well, and I don't think there is anything wrong with it, but I just didn't get anything out of it personally. And then this one had some spicy scenes. It had an intriguing concept, but it was just so random, I guess. I don't really know what that means, but I'm kind of annoyed. I guess all of these would kind of be 3 stars. This was the most boring vlog and the most frustrating to finish. So I'm glad I did. I'm sorry this wasn't more fun or interesting, but I got 3 books down, and honestly, I'm proud because I still have 2 books left in my TBR, these 2, and I will be getting them done because it's gonna be my first month that I finished a TBR. So yeah, that's it. That's the end. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.